You think it is?
We don't need nobody trying to shut us down.
It's better. The sun is up. We were trying to record earlier, but we were actually beating the sun.
Man, I wish we knew how to edit, because then we could show them like how that sun was like. Not this morning.
I know.
Not today.
It was in our back seat like Jesus. He was
I know.
us.
It was like a head with a bunch of rays.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good morning. We're back. Table salt. Table salt. Carpool.
Table salt carpool. Messages and madness.
With Dan and Shell.
If you notice in all of our videos, if you've been following us every single morning, and we don't know how, and I'm going to investigate, we seem to be matching. I mean, color. It was color coordinated. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is going on?
Check us out on the first video. She had on black and white theme. She had on black and white. I had on black and white. It was like the black and white theme.
Then we had like blue, and then we had like a salmon color. I don't know. It was just kind of
it's crazy,
out of control.
Today
I was like, I'm gonna switch it up because we're not matching today. I'm gonna wear my gray dress, you know, my house dress, the one that I really lounge in the house. And you know what? Let me throw a scarf on. She's not gonna wear a scarf.
I see you representing, girl. Go ahead.
Put the damn scarf on.
Okay, I had to come out with the scarf too. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy.
That she's been in my house. And just recently I had a laptop. And I want to investigate her and her family because somebody's
where are
in my
you?
house.
It was not me. I take care of you. See, you left your purse in my car, and guess what I did? I protected it.
Yeah, because I almost came at some kid's throat yesterday. So we are back.
Oh, that poor little dude. He like, look, I don't want no trouble.
Have you been watching the news? It's great.
I don't want no problems.
So we are back. We're back. This is Friday. We're on a Friday. Oh, this is our short day.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
It's been a rough week. Especially yesterday, man. I spent 3 hours in an administrative leave meeting. Woo! Don't you hate meetings?
I don't like meetings.
I personally don't like long meetings. I like meetings. Okay. I like meetings that have purpose. I like meetings that have an agenda. I like meetings where everybody is contributing and synergizing, working together.
Yeah.
I like those kind of meetings, but a 3-hour meeting can just be a miserable experience.
Way too much. So if you are a leader and you are responsible for managing and leading meetings, please, number one rule, be respectful of people's time. We know that you the boss.
Be respectful of people, period. Because that's why it was so hot yesterday. You know,
the respect.
On top of sitting in a 3-hour meeting. Okay, so let me just be real. Can I be real?
Be real.
There y'all go. Okay,
Yes.
Can I be real?
Say yes. Did y'all say yes?
I work in an industry where you have to be very creative. And I lead a group of creatives. So you got to be really creative in the way that you lead in order to be productive. But the other flip side of that is the work that we do is so visible because, you know, marketing and advertising and all that kind of stuff is out there for the world to see. As a matter of fact, it's trying to communicate with the world in a way that we can get them to respond to what we want. But you always got them sideline people who think that they know how to do your job. And that's the worst.
And not only do your job, but do your job better. And you know, they actually do that to their engines on purpose. And I just think that is the most annoying thing. Someone came to pick me up on a date with a car with me, and I was like, boo-boo, I need to be able to think.
And you're going to make me drive 40 miles an hour.
To get away from the...
Yeah.
Sounds like bubble guts. This car got bubble guts.
Bubble guts in a car, engine, bubble guts in a cup. Just get it everywhere. Anyway, so Yeah, there has to be some respect. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. And if you are assigned a job, do the best that you can in the role that you're in. And when you are no longer able to do the best that you can, reach out to other people that may be able to enhance your experience. But don't jump into other people's car seats and try to drive a car that you've never driven. If you drive automatic,
don't jump in a car where you have to drive a stick shift.
Because you will burn out the clutch, right? So, and I think that's the...
Or give somebody whiplash.
Or hurt somebody along the way. Or destroy a business along the way. And I think that's important in any industry. Not just our industry, any industry. And we were talking about respect in our last video. And so, this kind of brings it back into here. Just be respectful of people's roles and responsibilities. Stay in your lane. If I'm hired to do a job, it was because you saw expertise in what I do and allow me to exercise that expertise and do my work.
Yeah, I think what happens maybe is that, and everybody goes through it, I think, in some way or another, but you lose your relevancy. You start questioning what makes me relevant in this role or in this job or in this environment. And when you don't understand your own relevancy, it's easy to get caught off in somebody else's lane.
Right. It is. And not only understanding your own relevancy, but sometimes people lose their purpose because they've worked in the position for so long. And they're looking for purpose. They're looking for, why am I here? Like, they already are saying that, and their coworkers are saying that also. And because they're in search of it and everybody's waiting to kind of find out why you are here, you tend to cause damage.
Oh, yeah.
You tend to cause damage.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. And it just makes for a horrible work environment. Almost hostile, on the border, on the edge of just being hostile for everybody that works around you.
Yeah, way hostile. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind.
Do you ever have those kinds of... Not you. No. I forget I hang with smart people. That doesn't happen to smart people.
We have hostility going on around us. And, I think one of the biggest challenges that I had as a young person going into the industry is, I didn't understand workplace ethics. I didn't understand how to manage myself and how to communicate with others in workplace. And I didn't really have a lot of respect for, any of the policies and procedures. As with most young people entering the industry when, you may be the youngest, because I've always been the youngest of most groups. I was the secretary for our Pastor's Aid Ministry, and we all know Pastor's Aid Ministry members are much older, and so, but I was on a board for a senior citizen center, back home on the East Coast, and the youngest, and so, but understanding, we talked about understanding differences in workplaces and all of that stuff and respect. I had no respect for policies, procedures, processes. I hated meetings.
Wow, are you serious, Miss Scope Document?
Yes, I am like Queen Scope Document.
Work breakdown structure.
I'm serious. Timelines and milestones.
Who's the committee lead? I will be there at your meeting.
But it's growth and maturity and professional development, and I had to get away from myself. I had to step away from myself for a minute and figure out how this situation, how these experiences can enhance me professionally and even personally. And once I figured that out, then I was able to embrace it. But as a young person, I couldn't understand it because I was thinking I don't need to be in all of these meetings to accomplish my goals. I can do these things, without meetings. And we worked, and I talked about this in a previous video, in a flat organization where there wasn't assistant directors to the assistant, all these titles. It was vice presidents and then us. So we reported directly to the vice presidents. And so we were all stakeholders, and therefore we had to meet a lot. So my point is, just finding your own purpose and staying in your lane.
Awareness. I think that's the key. I mean, it's like the second time we talked about it. It's self-awareness. If you are not self-aware, then you know, it's also difficult to be aware of others. And that's not to say that you're going to be perfect all the time just because you're paying attention to yourself, but you got to start there.
Yeah, at least you're cognizant of it, and you can kind of reflect back. If something goes awry, you know, at least you know.
Get the mirror out.
Yeah.
Get the mirror out.
Like my AKA sisters. Love you guys.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, if you want to hear more about what we have to say in regards to this, because this is not limited to just general industries like ours, academia or corporate. I mean, it's relevant to even the policing industry and the judicial industry and, you know, all of that. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that in our part 2. So if you're interested, log into part 2. Like, comment, share.
We'll see you there.